What about making your sound better?
Now for the bass sound, one of the most important parts of that song is the 808. And as you can see, we really paid attention to the sound of the bass. It all started from this little plugin. I use this little plugin a lot lately. I find it very easy, and I stick with one of the presets. As you can see, the guys did a really great job. The first thing that I did was to create a chain of 2 equalizers. I used those 2 little guys here. I used those 2 emulations of a tube and a Class A circuit for my bass. And then I added some R bass to that. And my sausage fattener. And that's all my processing. Now this is inactive, so I can also go ahead and delete it. Let me place them nicely so you can see. And this is the order as well. Now I'm going to bypass them, and you're going to see the difference. As I explained, I'm using the utility device so I can compensate for the gain, loss, or excess from my processing, and I do this every time for every device. Now this is the original 808 sound. That was not an 808. And after my 2 equalizers, I used I boosted around 63 Hz, a lot of color, and I boosted around 3200 Hz on that, with a lot of color as well. The 3000 boost is very, very slight, and I do it mostly for the color. And that's the after. Very simple stuff. And then my R bass. I like that I can select the frequency in Hertz, and I'm going very low with this one. We kind of like the sound that sticks with the kick drum and it makes them sound together rather than 2 individual tracks. So our bass did a hell of a job for that. And in the end, I used a little fattening with my favorite sausage fattener. It adds this fatness and grit and extreme compression that sounds very pleasant for a plugin. Now if I group all those 3 things together, let me just hide the devices so I can do a general A/B with this. Before the processing, and after. Now the bass is layered with another synth that I sampled, and I use the Ableton device sampler so I can play that sound as well. The original is a brass tab that I sampled, and I play along with the bass. And it kind of helps the body of the bass just reach a new level of fatness. And I really love the sound, and that was mainly it. There is not a lot of processing, there's just a filter so I can get rid of the bass, because it had a little bit of a low heavy frequency Conan, and I deleted that. Just to make sure that we don't have any phasing or com filtering with bass sound. And that's pretty much it for the body of the track. So I'm going to play back all of those tracks that we have until now.